To z nich dá lootnúť. Infernal Iron. Z nich padá. Enrich Infernal Iron.
Step lightly.
Newshawker Float. Use this to collect the Newshawker sales at the end of the day and to give them change for tomorrow. Do not give Luan another float. If he keeps misplacing it, he will have to give change out of his own pocket. Prázdny váčok. Okay, nice, nice. Tu asi vidíme von. Dukes of Baldur's Gate. Eyewitness account. A to sme čítali už dávno.
At least things have stayed interesting. Some rest's better than none. Keep a blade close. Simple.
Collection records. Edward mate, I don't know what you are lacking those papers with, but they are selling like silk root and a druid's crow. Bloody good stuff. Majú asi výdelky za predošlý deň. Edge. Tu sa dá rozmlátiť. Ako má to, ahoj.
No one's stopped me yet. Don't waste a step.
Pivot to new target. So I walk around the newsroom floor and what do I see? Half of you are still working on your usual old columns about syllable recipes and road repairs. Knock it off. I made it perfectly clear in this morning briefing that we are going all out to blight the reputation of the phony band of adventurers now stinking up the city. Throw all your usual columns in the rubbish bin and get to work on some hit pieces now. And argue leadership. Bude nás pohovárať, aby sme odlišili z mesta. Mind game.
Something over there.
Počkaj, toto nás dostane hore. To nás dostane kde? Majú komoru. Majú foťáky v tomto svete. Na čo je tu komora? Public danger. An unsent letter from Edward Needle addresses to Lord Edward Gortash. Far be it, my lord, for me to question a decree from you, but I worry you haven't the full picture in mind. If you were to stop all production of the Baldur's Mount Gazette for even a 10-day, our reach and audience impact would take a debilitating blow. Yes, I understand the portrait you have ordered. We print it. It's a Fevras original. Yes, I understand what it will do for your image before council next meet to discussion succession plan. But please take a moment to consider what you are asking from me. To je. These articles, Weasley words, wave a terrible tale about you, potentially reputation shattering if put to print. To, čo sme mali zastaviť. Official print job, printing of his Baldur's Mouth. You are about to find out why we got you that fancy enchanted automatic printing press. This letter constitutes mandatory printing order for 5 bundles of the official Gortash Archducal Coronation Portrait poster. This order is to be delivered as immediately as possible. Keep that press running all night. We will make sure the neighbors don't complain. And watch your quality control. We don't want Lord Gortash's face smeared on or pumpkin colored. Oni novinárom dali nejakú nový stroj na tlačenie, aby mohli tlačiť jeho Gortashové portréty. Cutest cat you have ever seen. Nechajte ma hádať. Týmto to nahradíme. This article about humdrum of Baldur's Gate doesn't talk about your arrival in this city.
Trust no one. On my way. Looking ahead.
Čiže toto je ich asi stará tlač, tá už nefunguje.
At the ready.
Nájdeme novú tlač. Čas vianočný. Už?
You don't have permission to be here. You're about to be ejected.
Oh, fuck. No kde? Oh, OK. Tu byť nechcem. Už si zavesil vianočné ponožky nad krb. Že čas vianočný. OK, to sme tu. Tieto dvere vedú von. Vyskúšať tieto. O, toto bude on, čo určite. Som myslel, že tieto vedú hore, ale nope. Ondian Autoprint Manual. Ondian Autoprinter User Manual. Using your autoprinter is a two-step process. Step 1. Loading your headline article. Endless profit. I like it. Nie, v telke. U teba mi ide práca snou. What? Pozeráš v telke, prosím ťa. I don't care who keeps missing with the printer and adding mistakes to our editors. I will dock all of your pay if it doesn't cease immediately. To sme našli ďalší. Čo to je? This article Weasley words weave a terrible tale about you, potentially reputation shattering. Čiže ten je o mne. Tento je o mne. To by mal byť safe. Brácha pozerá telku. A čo pozerá v telke? Vždy, keď príde brácha, tak máte tiež zapnutú vedľa mňa telku. Aj občas, aj keď streamujem. Akurát mu poviem, nech to má ticho. No tam má nejakých Simpsonovcov aspoň. The gate is closed. Bastion of commerce and culture, rewarded only with corruption and catastrophe. Crime, poverty, taxation, burdens unfair heaped upon the shoulders of the common citizens. To je peprný článok. Urvenú farmu vyjebanú, nemám dobrú náladu. Aké veci pozerá? Holy shit. Ani nevedel, že má ešte funguje? Vôbec, to sú také show, čo vznikli ešte keď som ja mal... No, bol som mladší, povedzme to tak. Dobre, čiže toto tam tiež nechceme. Ni tento. Ni tento. Aj Big Brother? To ja ani neviem, že také veci ešte existujú. Wow. Máme tam, keď to bolo v telke prvýkrát.
Before you can get closer, however, it begins to speak.
Oi! Gormless! Over here! Thought I recognized you. Dolly, Dolly, Dolly was right. You aren't much of a looker.
Je magická tlačiareň, ktorá rozpráva? Sakra. Oni majú advanced AI. How do you know Dolly? Am I going mad or are you talking printer? Let me guess, another Fae who needs freeing.
I'm not trapped, you fool! This printing machine is just marvelous, with nothing like it in the Feywild. This is my paintbrush. I make sure everything that's in those big, ugly article blocks becomes fine printed artistry. I'm a master pensman, I am. Dolly can't stop talking about you. Hero this, hero that, hero here, hero there. Hello, hero. You know, there's some absolute filth about you in tomorrow's edition. Seeing as you were kind enough to free Dolly, how's about I do you a favor? Why don't we change the headline? We can load up something a bit less damaging for your reputation.
Už beží propaganda proti AI. Aká propaganda? Sounds good to me. How do we do that?
Well, first, I've got to release the old nasty top story. Oop, there. Now, you've got to find a new article to replace it.
Can I find the staff to print a new broadsheet?
Listen, mate, I'm already doing you a favor. I'm sure you can figure it out yourself. As the old saying goes, ours is not to wonder why. Ours is but to print or die. Or something like that.
Dobre, tieto nechceme. To chceme.
Oh, you've returned. Ready?
Absolutely.
Delightful. Paper's printing right now, pal. Should be on the streets tomorrow.
Nice. Gorteš sa asi nasere. Asi ich tu všetkých povraždí. Dobre, myslím, že môžeme výjsť normálne hlavnými dverami. Oni by nám mali dať šancu, že že nás vyhodia von. Ospravedlníme, že sme hľadali hajzle. Mi skúsi. Right, I will be on my way.
Hang on, you're not allowed down in the basement. Only Master Needle is permitted access to the printworks.
Nikdy som tam nebol.
Should mind my step. What to do?
you know how worried I was?
Tak, by sme mali. Defeated Steel Watcher. Kto ho porazil?
Broken Steel Watcher. A tag wired to it reads, Unit defective. Return to the Steel Watch Foundry at the West Docks.
Ja, ty chceš ísť na toho Napoleona, Matony? Akože teraz cez víkend, tam bude jasné, že plnka. To nie je ešte dlho v kinách, nie? Joel's chest key. Father, I have heard about the risk of shortages in the city. I know you are absolutely unforgivable when it comes to shopping for yourself, so I've sent some rituals that could see you through a whole season if you packed yourself. Do it for me, I love you very much and will be home for a long visit before you know it. God's willing. Ten kľúč není od tejto čestky, odkiaľ je?
This is Joel's house. No letters, no clerics, no herb sellers, no potion peddlers, and no steel watch.
Well, old Joel bol práve vykradnutý. Larinka tu nebola. Dneska myslím nie. Len Hitman a Coffin Cat som tu videl. Prvé sa poradiť. Nemá ťa rada? Skôr má nejaký program. To je jedna možnosť. A hlavne teraz už som akoby v časti Baldur's Gateu, kde sa ešte ona nedostala a nechce si to spoilovať, takže ona má maximálne zapnutého v pozadí.
I never wanted to live in the city, but the opportunities.
The opportunities. O nie, to je v podzemí? Ideme zle, ideme zle. Nejaký chrám, nie? Stormshore Bernacle.
Stormshore Tabernacle.
Mystrow's likeness. You never felt the call of the divine, Astari?
Oh, I tried them all. None of them answered.
Statue of Mystrou.
Your very presence groans with the weight of Ogma's knowledge. Be welcome, learned one. You have come far, I perceive. How may I serve you this day?
To je prvý, čo vedel, že mám význanie na postave. Wow. I feel my god's presence in this place. Why?
That is no surprise, Holy One. You have entered the Stormshore Tabernacle. Here, clerics may commune with their gods, and even hear their responses, if they are so favored. I am also granted the power to provide holy resurrection through sales of revivification scrolls.
Who are you?
I am Vicar Humbletoes, guardian of the Stormshore Tabernacle. I keep the peace in this sacred place and guide those in need.
How did you know who I was?
My purpose is to connect every soul with their divine patron. How could I do that if I couldn't distinguish what deities they serve?
Are holy items available here for purchase?
Of course, my child. Within limits. Behold my wares.
Ooh. Hold on, čo to tu máš? Sacred Star. On a hit, inflict 1 turn of radiating orb upon the target. Undead creatures struck by this weapon are possibly turned. Turn myslím znamená, by mali byť na vašej strane? Yeah, it can take actions, bonus action or reaction other than dash or try to escape. Oh, okay. Mantle of the Holy Warrior. Radiate a holy power that embodies nearby allies. Their weapon attacks deal an additional 1d4 radiant damage. Na 10 ťahov koncentrácia. Není moc ale silné toto. Takže bere vám to koncentráciu. Je to akciu v kombate, je to na 10 ťahov. OK, máte trochu zvýšený radiant damage pre partu. Neviem, či to stojí za tú koncentráciu teda. It spawns. When you heal a creature, it gains the effect of Blade Ward. Ooh. When you revive a creature, it gains the effect of that word. Čiže ja keď dám AOE healing, tak všetci dostanú Blade Ward. To znamená, že všetci budú mať rezistenciu na akýkoľvek melee útok. To znamená, že budú dostávať len polovičný damage. Ok, to si berem. Mňa len udivuje u ľudí, že majú 3 vlásky na hlave a aj tie sa snažia učesať namiesto, aby sa ostrihali. Čo si pozeral? Asmongoldov stream? Whatever. Tu mejsku nepotrebujeme. Big healing potions. Okay. No a toto by sme mohli dať niekomu, kto nemá, koho nepoužívam na koncentráciu. Tomu to bude dobré. Kto nič nekastí, žiadnu concentration. Starot. Tomu by sme to mohli dať. When you poison a foe. Hej, toto má, to je podmienka, že si musím dať coating na zbraň. To nerobím, lebo sa mi nechce. By sme mohli dať tebe. By si nám to mohol dávať na začiatku kombatu. By sme to mohli dať mágovi. Ale nie, u neho sú akcie dôležité.
Don't be shy. No one back home will ever believe this.
This altar isn't dedicated to a single god, but instead acts as a conduit to many. Your god is one of many, and in this place you sense a spark of its mighty divine flame. As a cleric, you may sacrifice wealth to your deity and expect to receive a boon.
Môžem dať môjmu bohu peniaze a on mi dá za to niečo. To slúži Mamonovi. Read what is inscribed on the altar.
Reads, show your devotion with an offering in your God's name. Blessings may follow.
Andrej Macko, šéf-redaktor PC Review. Aha, ja ani neviem, jak vypadá. Ináč PC Review som... To tuším, tatko kedysi kupoval. Ešte keď to bol katalóg, nie, teraz to už je ale asi v online forme. Kedysi dávno, pradávno som to mal v rukách už. Pay homage and honor to the gods of light and justice.
The gods are ready to receive your joyful donation.
Je to joyful donation. Ilmater, Latander, Mieliki, Moradin, Yondala. Si vyberem random boha a len to skúsim. The wisdom and judgment of the gods of balance and ambiguity. Seek power and self-justification from the gods of greed and darkness. Tak nájdeme koho? Kalemvora, Lord of Death, Ongma, Penáš. Wait. Teraz akože jak to funguje? Čo mu mám dať? Koľko mu mám dať peňazí? Wait. 12 000 mu nedám. Peniaze, nechce napríklad tento cool scroll.
Your offering is accepted, but more evidence of devotion is required.
What? More evidence? What?
The gods are ready to receive your donation.
Dobre, veď mám to savenuté, tak mu dám mu, že tu na 1000, hej, neviem, kto to tu má. Inventári. Donate. Viete to upravovať? Dobre, tu máš 1000. My beloved God.
Your offering is accepted, but more evidence of devotion is required.
Dal som ti 1000 goldov! Zriekam sa ťa. Zriekam sa. Idem na buddhizmus alebo niečo iné. Čo je toto? Tam v reštike nájdeme nejaký článok, nejaký notes o tom, ako barman žiada majiteľa, nech mu zvýši za mesiac platbu 1 gold a 14 silverov. Ja dám bohu 1000 goldov. Boh je nespokojný. Statue of Helm. Statue of Tyr.
You see an altar dedicated to Helm the Vigilant. Helm the Watcher is a guardian god, dedicated to the preservation of order. Many turn to him in troubled times. Your knowledge of religion tells you nothing more about the worship of Helm.
Wow. Vidím, nie som dostatočne vzdelaný. Daj mu po hube. Môžeš mi vysvetliť, jak dám po hube bohu?
Tyr, the blind god, offers justice to all, innocent and malefactor alike. The law dictates what is right, be that reward or retribution. Your knowledge of religion isn't extensive enough to tell you more.
Čo si hádžem za tie religion checky? Show me. 7, 9. OK. Ale niečo tu majú schované. Koho? Saloon?
You see an altar dedicated to Saluna. You see an altar dedicated to Saluna.
Čakaj, čo keby sme sem zobrali Shadowheartku? Ona by mala ponovom uctievať Saloon, myslím.
A letter from Orin.
So, I do hope it goes well. We've pissed off enough gods already. Darling, I'm hurt. I thought we had... It sounds...
Poor Gale. I hope he knows that a goddess abandoning him needn't be the end. I know from experience.
All right, some...
Saluna. Had life turned out differently, I might have been kneeling in prayer here. I'm ready.
You feel the chill gaze of the Moon Maiden upon you. Saluna welcomes you. An inscription reads, "Let all who worship the changing tides of life and knowledge feel the blessings of Saluna. Trust in the purity of my light. See the constancy in its inconstancy, and you will be guided aright. As a moon-bathed cleric, this is your moment to bask in her lunar light and imbue your spirit with her majesty and grace."
And the courage to resist.
Let's move. These boots have seen everything.
There she stands, just as Elminster promised. Mystrou, goddess of the weave, mother of all magic.
The old man wasn't lying. She's opened the summoning channel. Can't you feel it?
Gale's right. The very air around the statue crackles with magic. It sets your teeth on edge.
A stream of pure, undiluted weave. I only have to reach out, and it will carry me to Mystrou, wherever she may be.
Go on then, Gale. We'll be here waiting for you when you're finished.
Time was, I'd have given my right arm for a chance to speak with Mystrou again. The left one, too. Maybe a knee.
You don't owe her so much as a fingernail. She asks you to blow yourself up. You ready for this, Gale? Do it, boy.
You're right. I am a strong, capable wizard. And this is no more than a casual reunion with an ex-lover. My omnipotent, omniscient ex-lover. I always wonder what being nervous would feel like. I hate it.
Why do you care what she thinks about you? Of all the things to be nervous about, an audience with a goddess seems reasonable. You know what you are going to say to her.
During my time locked away in Waterdeep, I prepared a quite comprehensive speech for her on the subject of our former relationship and the manner in which it ended. Alas, recent events have rendered the majority of it moot, so I'm going to have to improvise. Unless you have any words of wisdom to impart before I go.
Words of wisdom, you say. You are not taking me with you. Seek her forgiveness, Gale. It might be your only hope of curing the orb. Make a squirm, tell her the crown will be ours. Don't give anything away. Môžem vás zobrať so sebou?
The summoning channel Mystrou has provided is one only I can enter. No matter how much I prefer not to face her alone.
Seek her forgiveness.
You're right. A heartfelt apology is the surest way to a goddess's heart. And her favor. I pray that she'll be in a forgiving mood. If she weren't the one I'd be praying to. I'll only be gone for a matter of moments. The Outer Planes experience time quite differently to our own. Wait for me. Please.
Gale of Waterdeep. You look well.
Mystrou. I never thought we'd speak again like this. Why am I here?
There is much unsaid between us, but time runs ever short. You discovered what lies at the heart of the Absolute, the crown of Karsus, and you disobeyed my instruction. Why?
I didn't want to die. And when I saw the crown, I thought I might not have to, if I only understood its power.
And you believe you have the right to such an understanding? The past cannot be undone with self-pity, nor can a future be forged. Only with the truth will you see the way ahead. The fragment of magic you tried to return to me was not of my creation. It was the Karsite weave. It is a corrupted, half-born magic, wrought in the brief moment Karsus ascended to godhood. It hungers for power, just as he did, and it can never be sated. You unleashed something that would consume all magic in existence, and yet you thought only of preserving yourself.
That can't be. It wasn't. It couldn't have been. I only wished to prove myself worthy. I had no idea.
You were already worthy. What you lacked was patience, and it cost you dearly. When the Karsite weave entered your body, your gifts were the first thing it consumed. The only reason the orb sleeps is because I have allowed it to feed on the true weave. A temporary measure, but one that will not be enough to save us. With each day that passes, the Elder Brain threatens to become a new kind of god. Its worshippers, a scourge of soulless illithids. If you will not use the orb to end this abomination, then you must find a way to separate crown and host. When you've done this, you must surrender the crown of Karsus to me.
I won't let you down again. When the Absolute is vanquished, I will surrender Karsus's powers to you. You have my word.
Thank you. May the Weave's light guide your purpose, and its wisdom guide your hand. The future of magic rests on your shoulders, Gale of Waterdeep. I promise you, it is a burden you are strong enough to bear.
Back on mortal soil once more. I can't believe I saw her. After all this time.
Matony, čo ti je? How do you feel now? You've done it.
Relieved. drained. Proud of myself for summoning the courage to go to her in the first place, and, if I'm being totally honest, a bit lightheaded. As if it wasn't enough to have seen her again. She didn't exactly summon me there for small talk. The Karsite weave. Within me this whole time. I knew the orb was no ordinary ball of magic before it to be Karsus's malignant creation. Gods! How did I not see that?
Keď sa Karsus na chvíľu stal bohom, tak vytvoril akoby vlastný zdroj mágie. Ten vlastne bere aspekty toho, čo ho vytvoril, alebo kto ho vytvoril, keďže on hľadal len viac moci. Jediné, čo to robí, je, že to pohlcuje všetku moc. Takže to je ten dôvod, prečo má v sebe akoby dieru doslova ten Gale, ktorú musí zaplňať magickými itemami, stále musí sakovať mágiu. V skutočnosti Mystra ho chránila. Dávala akoby svoju mágiu do istej miery. It's not your fault, you weren't to know.
But I should have known. What right had I to go about declaring myself an archmage when I was as foolish as a common apprentice in setting such an entity loose? At least now I'm armed with the truth. And Mystrau's expectations. Once I bring the crown of Karsus to her, I can put everything right. The orb, too. I'll be myself again. For all that's worth.
We are going to cure you, I promise.
Thank you. There aren't many I'd trust to stand beside me on such a journey. Fewer still who would do so because they believed I deserved such a chance. If I could promise you one thing in return for your faith in me, it's this. I will use everything in my power to ensure we defeat this evil. I will not let you down. Now, I believe we've a date with an elder brain to get to. Shall we?
Veľmi pravdepodobne ho nebude mať v parte, takže ma nemôže let down. Bude mať vila.
There is work to do.
Salutations.
Na chvíľu vyhodím Gale'a. Zoberiem si Astariona, lebo potrebujeme sa dostať do podzemia v tom chráme. Tam budú mať určite nejaké relikvie.
What's on your mind?
Why does Elminster have such a faith in you?
I've often asked myself the same question, and never really found a satisfactory answer. He clearly sees something in me that I can't. The wisdom and intelligence required to overcome almost insurmountable odds, perhaps? Or the stupidity required to attempt it. I take it as a compliment either way. You don't get to be 13 centuries old without becoming a sound judge of character. And cheese, apparently.
Do you regret not using the orb when you had a chance?
I regret many things in my life. Choosing to be here, intact and unexploded, is not one of them. For now, to have a few more days in your company, no. I wouldn't change a thing. I question the wisdom of that decision, but so be it. I'll be here.
So, I can't say I would have made the same call, but each their own. Lead on. One step at a time, just like old times.
Budem sa tváriť, že Nick Sa sniknem aj pred bohmi. Bože nám odpustia. Poďme čeknúť, čo tu je.
Traps. How considerate.
Holy shit.
Someone's left a trap out for us.
A to, že to je chrám Boží, je tu tých pasíniek veľa. My dearest Duke Portier, I appreciate we live in unusual times, and the cult of the Absolute poses an unprecedented threat. However, I will not be logging the prayers offered at the tabernacle under any circumstances. It is violation of the trust of the gathered faithful of our great city and beyond place in the institution, and quite frankly I'm insulted you would ask this of me. Besides parchments is expensive and we get a lot of prayers. Môžeme nehať. Ani nie ako v normálnom kostole. Tam je len zima. Veľa starých ľudí väčšinou.
They won't see me coming. Yes, please.
Naozaj si toto hodím. No. A to nie je každý zase. Chill. Vidím, že si nejaký dneska podráždený.
Watch the shadows. Be careful. There are traps about.
Okay, tu bude niečo veľmi cenné schované, keď tu je toľko pasci. Offering to Tyr, offering to Helm. Prečo majú všetci malí chlapci ulízané vlasy? Ty to vieš odkiaľ, kedy si bol naposledy v kostole? A? Ani raz. Aha. Sme to dostali. Nejaké božstvo nás preklialo. Čo je toto? Amulet of the Devote. You gain plasma bonus to spell save DC. You gain additional use of channel divinity. Once used, it is restored upon taking long rest. No, je to very rare item, ale je celkom slabý. Na sesterničnej svadbe, ujebával som sa. Aj to si bol prvýkrát v kostole, na sesterničnej svadbe. When deal additional 1d6 bludgeoning damage against fiends and undead. Že si nezhorel pri vstupe. Prejme, keď ma preklial jeden boh, už ma nemôže ďalší. Chápem ani ja. Jo, to sedí. Ale celkom slabé itemy.
Not everyone subscribes to what is mine is yours, it seems.
What? Sme vyšli v zlú dobu. And there won't be another warning. Už som ťa vykradol, kámo. Žiaden warning netreba.
Welcome back. You have come far, I perceive. How may I serve you this day? Of course, my child. Within limits.
If not over, then through.